Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the next video in my Halloween makeup series. I thought it would be really fun to do kind of a bronzy glam skeleton look, not your typical grayscale black and white skeleton. I thought I'd add a little bit of color into it and have my own twist on it. So if you want to see how I got this awesome look, then keep on watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye! Hi everyone, today I'm starting off this video like every other video. I'm going in and priming my face with the Honest Beauty Everything Primer and just taking that small amount and rubbing it all over my face. Then I prime my eyelids by using my Born This Way Too Faced concealer. Any concealer will work. I just like this one because it is very full coverage. Don't mind me getting it in my hair. But it's very full coverage and it definitely helps hide the veins I have, as well as helps prime the lids for the shadow. I then blend it out with a dampened beauty blender and set it with my Amazing Cosmetics Velvet Mineral Setting Powder. Moving on to brows, I am now taking this Essence brow pencil in dark brown and first brushing my hairs up with a standard spoolie brush. I'm using the pencil to kind of outline the shape of the brows that I want because my brows do not match at all. So doing this kind of helps them look somewhat similar. And then I go in and I fill them in with the Makeup Revolution Ultra Brow Palette using that medium brown shade. I then take my standard spoolie and I kind of brush up the front of the brows to kind of give that fading effect to them as well. And then as always, nothing new here, just setting them with a clear brow gel. I'm still using the one from the Ulta brand. Then I go in with my Morphe 350M All Matte palette and I take this standard blending brush and go in with that second shade right there and just start in my crease for somewhat of a transition shade. Once I'm happy with how that looks, I go in and I blend it all out. Then I go in with the shade right next to that first one and I do the same exact thing. I am just building up my transition shades right now to lay the base for what I actually want, and then I just blend it all out until I'm happy. To get the right shade that I'm looking for, I'm just going to be mixing these two shades right here together and just laying that over on top of the transition colors to get this really pretty burnt orange shade. And then even though we're going for a dead skeleton look, we don't want it to look terrible, so just as always blending it out. Then I'm taking this pencil brush from e.l.f. and mixing these two brown shades together to lay the base for my lid shade. How many times do you guys think I'm going to say the word blend in this video? To really intensify the lid, I am taking the black eyeshadow from the Double Duty Beauty Tarte palette and just placing that on top of the lid with the small pencil brush from e.l.f. and blending it all together. Then for foundation, I'm using the Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the shade Light to Medium Honey. I'm doing this before I finish the rest of my eyes because once I get the base for what I want for my eyes, once I put foundation on, it just kind of helps pull the look together to help me decide where I want to go next. To set everything, I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator Setting Powder and really focusing first on my nose and my under eyes because that's where I'm going to be putting the most product for the skeleton look. Then I go in with a big fluffy brush and set the rest of my face. Now I'm taking an even smaller pencil brush and taking that shade right there and just bringing it from outer corner to inner corner to really create that hollowed out skull look. I then take the same black shade from the Tarte palette and do the same exact thing and blend it all together. Once I'm happy with the blending on my under eyes, I'm taking that orange shade in the corner on the first eyeshadow brush I was using and placing that right underneath what I just did. And this really helps kind of pull the eye look together so far in the sense that we are hollowing it out. Anything left on the brush, I am just placing in upward motions on the front of my brows to create that kind of frowny look. Still, anything left on the brush, I am just placing on my upper lip, my chin, and down on the inner corners right there to create more of a distressed dead look. To add more intensity, just take your favorite eyeliner. I'm using this gel eyeliner from e.l.f. and I just place it in my lower and upper waterlines and then on my lid next to my lash line. And then just like always, we're just going to blend everything all together. Moving on to lashes, if you want to place a set of your favorite falsies on, I think that would really make this look really pretty and glam. I just don't like how they look on me, so I'm just placing my favorite mascara on my lashes. Once you are happy with your lashes though, go ahead and take your favorite liquid eyeliner. I'm just using this cheap one by Essence, and I'm drawing out the outlining for the hollow of my nose. I definitely made mine uneven on purpose, so this does not have to be perfect by any means, but once you are happy with the shape of it, go ahead and fill it in, and then we're going to set it with an eyeshadow leader. While we let the nose dry, I'm just going to take that same liquid liner and just kind of roughly draw out the hollows of the cheekbones. This is just kind of a rough sketch for me at this point, so this doesn't have to be perfect right now either. This is just kind of laying the base and the outline for where I think I want to go next. Once I'm somewhat happy with those, I am just kind of drawing with the eyeliner on my upper lip and my chin, and then I'm taking a big blending brush and blending those out so they aren't just squiggly lines. It's just a little bit darker and more dimension on the face. Now I take the Ulta Contour Kit and I mix these two darker brown shades together, and I place them in the hollowed out cheekbones for some added dimension. Once I'm happy with how the brown shades are laid down, I go in and I blend it out. And once I'm happy with the blending, I go in and I outline the hollows of the cheekbones once more with that same liquid liner. To bring in the burnt orange factor on my face like I have on my eyes, I'm mixing that third shade and the one in the corner together and really focusing that on the edges of the outline so that it really creates that hollowed out shadow, and blending it all together. To really sharpen up the edges, I'm taking the brush I used for my foundation and just tapping it over all the excess shadow. By now the nose is dry, so I'm setting it with that same black shadow from the Tarte palette, and then using any shadow left on the brush, I'm just really placing that again on the edges, right on top of that burnt orange, to really create that hollowed out darkness, and then doing the same thing on my eyebrows as well. To get the hollowed out bone structure on my forehead, I am mixing that orange shade in the corner of the eyeshadow palette with that medium brown shade in the contour palette, and I am just pressing my brush flat against my forehead like that to get that kind of angled cornered look. And then once I'm happy with how that looks, I go in and I outline it with that same black shadow from the Tarte palette, and I blend it in with my finger. Please excuse whatever is going on with my lighting. I have no idea what is going on. I'm a one-woman show over here, so I'm doing my best. Moving on to the mouth, I'm just using that same liquid liner from Essence and drawing a line straight through my mouth. This doesn't have to be perfect either. I actually think it kind of looks cooler when it's uneven, but it's your personal preference on how straight you want it to be. Once you are happy with it though, just go ahead and draw the teeth by going straight up and down along the center. This next step is also just personal preference. You don't have to do this if you don't want. I'm just taking that same liquid liner and I'm just drawing kind of like cracked veins along the skull, like the skull is broken in these couple places. I wasn't exactly happy with how the liquid liner was looking, so I just went over it with the same gel liner I used by e.l.f. And again, it's personal preference if you want to do that step or not. And I'm just going in with that same liner though and just kind of really adding more shadow and dimension. I am taking the same medium brown shade from the contour palette I've been using, and I am just adding it to around the nose and in the forehead corners and on my chin to really create more of the bronzy look that we wanted. I am taking that same shade now and drawing the spine and rib cage along my neck and my chest. And again, this does not have to be perfect. I actually made it uneven on purpose because I thought it looked a little cooler being a little bit more broken, but you do you. Once you are happy with how everything has come together, you can call it a day. This look is perfect for those of you that don't really know what you want to be for Halloween. Just put the skeleton on your face and call it a day and you have your whole look. It's so awesome. So if you want to recreate this look, tag me in all of your pictures. I can't wait to see your guys' take on it. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not already subscribed, please do so, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy haunting! Mwah! Bye!